Hello, I'm your host, and today we'll take a journey through the life of a true legend, Michael Jackson. Michael Joseph Jackson was born on August 29, 1958, in Gary, Indiana, USA. His birth was a significant moment not only for his family, but for the world of entertainment. Growing up, he had 9 siblings, 8 brothers, and 1 sister, making it clear that music would be a major part of their lives. Music was not just a passion. It was woven into the fabric of the Jackson family's life. From gospel to rhythm and blues, the melodies that filled their home would later become the soundtrack of Michael's extraordinary journey. His father, Joseph Jackson, known as Joe, was a steelworker and a part-time musician. He recognized the potential in his children and became their manager, guiding them towards success. While their mother, Catherine, provided a nurturing environment, instilling values that would shape Michael's character. Their influence on young Michael was profound, setting the stage for his rise to superstardom. As the 8th child, Michael's early years were filled with music, dance, and the warmth of a large, close-knit family. The Jackson household was not just a place of music, it was a crucible where talent was honed and dreams took flight. Michael's siblings, Tito, Jermaine, Marlon, and Jackie, would form the core of what would later become the iconic band, the Jackson 5. They didn't just play instruments or sing, they lived and breathed music. Michael, too, began performing at a very young age, his powerful voice echoing through the house, captivating everyone who listened. This wasn't just a hobby, it was the start of something extraordinary. By the time Michael was 5 years old, he was already a captivating performer. His talent was undeniable. At age 7, he joined his brothers on stage during one of their performances, marking a pivotal moment in their musical journey. As Michael stepped into the spotlight, something magical happened. The audience, initially there to see the Jackson brothers, found themselves drawn to the young boy with the golden voice and electrifying moves. It was clear that Michael wasn't just a promising young singer, he was a star in the making. The crowd's response was electric, and it was evident that Michael had a gift that went beyond singing. He could command a stage like no other. His energy, his vocals, and his connection with the audience were all extraordinary. This night wasn't just about the Jackson 5. It was about the emergence of a new star, Michael Jackson. After that performance, there was no turning back. It became evident that Michael's presence on stage was what drew the crowds. His brothers, while talented, had taken notice of this shift in audience attention, and so they rallied around Michael, becoming his backup singers and dancers, a decision that not only helped propel Michael's career, but also solidified the bond within the Jackson family. The Jackson 5 was no longer just a band, it was a launchpad for a global superstar. As Michael's star ascended, his father, Joe Jackson, took on the role of his manager, guiding the young star with a tough love approach. Under his management, the Jackson 5 would soon sign with Motown Records, a move that would open doors to a whole new level of fame. With Motown, the Jackson 5 released hit after hit, songs that echoed through American households and dominated the music charts. Tracks like I Want You Back, ABC, and I'll Be There became anthems for a generation. But the success wasn't just about the music, it was also about breaking barriers. The Jackson 5 weren't just another band. They were a group of talented young artists paving the way for many others who came after them. Michael at the forefront was a beacon of talent and charisma, winning over audiences with his unique blend of pop and soul. Their concerts were legendary, filled with high-energy performances and Michael's signature dance moves. As the years rolled on, it became evident that Michael's journey wasn't confined to being part of a group. He was destined to blaze a trail on his own. And so, in the early 1970s, at the age of 13, Michael embarked on a solo career that would redefine the boundaries of pop music. In the early 1980s, Michael Jackson began working on what would become his most iconic album to date, Thriller. Produced by the legendary Quincy Jones, the album was a groundbreaking fusion of pop, rock, funk, and soul. Its release in 1982 sent shockwaves through the music industry and beyond. Thriller wasn't just an album, it was a cultural phenomenon. Songs like Beat It and Billie Jean dominated the airwaves, pushing the boundaries of music videos and forever changing the way artists connected with their audience. Thriller's impact was immediate and profound. It shattered sales records, becoming the best-selling album of all time. The music videos pushed the creative limits of storytelling and dance, influencing generations of artists. Michael's influence transcended music. His style, including the famous sparkling glove, became a fashion statement. His dance moves like the moonwalk captivated the world's attention. At the peak of his fame, Michael Jackson was more than a musician. He was a global icon. Nicknamed the King of Pop, he held a position of unparalleled influence. His albums sold in unprecedented numbers, and his music videos were cinematic experiences. But beneath the dazzling performances and chart-topping hits, there were signs of a troubled mind. Michael's changing appearance and unorthodox lifestyle choices became subjects of intense media scrutiny. In the 1990s and early 2000s, serious allegations surfaced, casting shadows on his legacy. Despite these controversies, Michael's artistic brilliance remained undeniable. He continued to evolve, experimenting with different sounds and collaborating with diverse artists. His impact on music is immeasurable, inspiring countless musicians across genres. The late 1980s saw Michael Jackson venturing into filmmaking with the release of Moonwalker. The movie, based on his life, intertwined fantasy and reality, reflecting the surreal nature of his fame. It was both a critical and commercial success, showcasing Michael's multifaceted talents. However, it was also during this period that Michael's personal life began to unravel under the weight of intense media scrutiny. His changing appearance and peculiar lifestyle choices became fodder for gossip, leading to speculation and rumors. Despite the controversies, Michael's musical prowess remained his North Star, guiding him through the turbulent waters of fame. Albums like Dangerous and History, Past, Present, and Future. Book 1 continued to dominate charts worldwide. Collaborations with artists like Janet Jackson and Paul McCartney demonstrated his versatility and enduring appeal. In the early 2000s, fresh allegations surfaced, threatening to overshadow Michael's illustrious career. These accusations not only impacted his public image, but also fueled ongoing debates about power, fame, and the dark side of celebrity culture. Undeterred, Michael continued to perform, keeping his focus on his art as a solace. He planned a series of comeback shows in London, eager to reconnect with his fans and reclaim the spotlight. Sadly, these plans were cut short by his untimely demise on June 25, 2009. On that fateful day, Michael Jackson was found unresponsive at his home in Los Angeles. Despite frantic efforts, he was pronounced dead at the age of 50. The cause of death was later determined to be acute propofol and benzodiazepine intoxication. The news of his passing sent shockwaves across the globe. Fans gathered outside his home and at the gates of his Neverland Ranch, mourning the loss of a man who had been an integral part of their lives. Tributes poured in from fellow musicians, celebrities, and world leaders. Michael's impact on music, dance, and popular culture was immense. He was an innovator, a trendsetter, and a force of nature. His albums continue to sell, his music continues to resonate, and his legacy remains intact. Michael Jackson's story is a tapestry woven with threads of extraordinary talent, groundbreaking achievement, and unfathomable tragedy. Looking back, it's clear that his journey was far from ordinary. It was a testament to his resilience, creativity, and enduring spirit. Michael's impact on music is immeasurable. He not only broke records, he shattered them. His music videos redefined storytelling, and his influence on fashion and dance is still felt today. But perhaps Michael's greatest legacy lies in his ability to unite people from all walks of life. Through his music, he transcended cultural barriers, bringing people together to dance, sing, and dream. Michael's humanitarian work was equally commendable. He used his platform to raise awareness for children in need, to advocate for environmental protection, and to promote peace. He was a man who believed in using his gifts to uplift and inspire. In conclusion, Michael Jackson's life was a whirlwind of extraordinary highs and heartbreaking lows. He touched the world with his music and left an indelible mark on our collective consciousness. As we remember the King of Pop, let us celebrate his genius, his kindness, and the joy he brought to billions. Let his music continue to be the soundtrack of our lives and a reminder of the enduring power of love, unity, and peace. Thank you for joining me today as we celebrated the life and legacy of Michael Jackson. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more captivating content. Until next time, stay tuned and keep grooving to the beat of life.